Welcome back, everyone. This is the Gutsy guinea pig. And we've got our guinea pig, Hammad Siddiqui. Hello.
Hello, Scott and Jane. How are you?
Oh, we are doing just great. I had the pleasure of meeting Hammad a couple of months ago, and Hammad has a very special skill set.
Yeah.
He is a LinkedIn expert, and we're going to hear a little bit more about that at the end of our time together. So Hammad, thank you for being here with us.
Here's what we're going to ask you to do, Hammad. I'm going to ask you just to speak for about 30 seconds, to quote unquote present for 30 seconds. I may hold up my hand to stop you after about 30 seconds, and then we'll give you some feedback. All right?
Yep.
You ready to go?
Absolutely.
Okay. When you're ready, the floor is yours.
My name is Hammad. I love LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is my life. For the past 18 months, this is what I've been doing. And I've been coaching and mentoring people how to use LinkedIn, a highly underrated and highly underutilized platform. People hate usually. I love it.
Okay, that was good. That was great. Wonderful work, sir.
Very nice, Hammad. Scott, where would you take that?
I just cooked it.
Let me ask you, Hammad, thinking back on what you just did, what stands out in your mind? Like, what was it like when you were talking? What were you thinking about, or what did you experience?
I mean, for me, public speaking or speaking in front of camera is pretty usual stuff. I've been doing it since 1992. That was the first time when I learned public speaking and facing camera when I was at the British Foreign Office. So Brits taught me how to face camera and how to speak in front of camera, in front of public.
So here you are right now. I asked you, what was your experience there? And you're speaking and your hands are now moving and alive. Yeah. Your body motion too, as you're speaking right now, is forward oriented. You're rolling like this. You're doing a lot of this stuff. But if you look back at when you were quote unquote presenting, you were stiff. Your hands didn't move. You had wonderful control of your sentences, maybe better control of your sentences there. But what I would love to see is have you do that pitch again. But this time, I want you to introduce more of these behaviors I was just referring to. Use your hands. Roll forward as you finish sentences. Transfer the sentences to us.
So just before I jump onto that, the trick that I learned, you may call it a trick or like the process I learned from British Foreign Office is that when you're presenting, and when I was making a pitch, I was actually presenting at that time. You have to be stationary. So you have to keep full control of your body. You don't move your hands. And you should let people see your face. Because if you're moving too much, then you're distracting people with your hand movement or body movement. What about if I don't move at all? Is it even less distracting?
We need a human being, not a robot.
Yes,
right.
I would take, look, you have some training from the past, Hammad. You have some training from the past. But what the problem with it is, in your mind, they've created this public speaking skill set, and then just talking is something different. But that's not true. Talking is talking. And you're so wonderful engaging right now when you're talking to us. Why would you rob us of the expressiveness of your hands and the engagement of your role? And your expressiveness is actually more alive now than it was when you were giving your pitch. Why would it that you would go into some kind of mode? Why would you switch into something more stiff and robotic?
I want to ask our listeners, take a look at Hammad's background. Is there anything that's possibly distracting, or it could look out of place during a video? I'm doing a little countdown. I'm letting the audience figure this out. Okay, now Hammad, is there anything in your background that you think could be a distraction to your audience? It could take away from your message.
Yes, it's my fan. It's the iron and the ironing table. And so I always try to remove these things before I start a conversation. But it's good to have this right there.
I love
for
it.
the conversation because
Hammad, this is perfect because
Yeah.
this is what happens. We're working from home. We have our video cameras turned on at home and we're comfortable. We're comfortable and we're living in this space. When we turn on our video, here's the coaching tip. When we turn on our video, take a look at what's in your background and remove anything that could possibly be a distraction or take away from your presence or take away from your message. So Hammad, good job. This was a perfect example. I'm glad it's there.
That's right. Well, I got one more tip for you, Hammad. This is what I do. If you take those things away, they're distractions you want to remove. If you want to add something, look at a Pottery Barn catalog and just copy it. I have always found that the Pottery Barn catalog gives me ideas for putting.
Hammad is not a Pottery Barn
Of course
guy.
he is. I'm sure he is. Look at his very stylish shirt and color. I'm sure he loves pottery.
Hold on. Here it is. So you mentioned you have this window in front of you, which is perfect. We want our light sources to be in front of us. That's how we show up the most evenly, and it's less of a distraction for the audience. Now, here's what's special about your environment. You're wearing glasses.
Yeah, reflection.
So I'm having a hard time making eye contact with you because I'm seeing the reflection from the window. So this can get a little tricky. Obviously, you need to wear your glasses. So a couple things that you could try. Sometimes if we tilt our glasses down just a little bit, done.
No, but I can't see you.
Wow.
But I can't see you.
Hammad, I see you though. And guess what? It's not about you. It's about us. It's about your audience. Look at that difference,
I agree
Scott.
with you. Absolutely. But it goes both ways because see, if I do it like this, and particularly if I'm making a presentation, like at the moment, okay, we are having a chat and it's really important if I'm talking to a potential client to kind of not to distract him and keep it like this. But when I'm making a presentation, this is like bifocal, so I have to see the presentation also.
Yes, so, you need to be able to see. Here's another option. You could, if you have blinds, you could play with the window and tilt the blinds as well. So here's the end result, Hammad. I need to see your eyes. If I'm going to connect with you, or take them off if you can, even better. Blind. Okay.
I'm almost blind, but I can. So I agree because this is one of the. So a friend of mine who actually set up a television station back in Pakistan, who now lives in Canada. He hates me for this. He said, you're in front of window, don't talk to me on Zoom because I mean he hates me. He's a good friend. So I said, what do I do? Now he's given me another solution. A bit of butter paper when I'm like a screen and put it there so that I cut down that reflection by at least 50%. So that's
perfect.
On top of what you are telling me. So if light, that's what you do.
At least, hey, you are aware, and now you get to do with it whatever you decide to do. So with that, Hammad, we met because you are a LinkedIn expert.
I need glasses.
I would love for you to give.
I need glasses. I can't see.
I would love for you to give a 30-second promo about your coaching business and that people can hire you to help with their LinkedIn profiles.
All right. So, I mean, as we all know, 800 billion people and growing on LinkedIn. It's a huge community. But how many of us use LinkedIn optimally or understand how to use it? LinkedIn is a secret. LinkedIn is the only platform that does not really tell you about its algorithm, for instance. And they want you to experiment. Have you ever seen a LinkedIn guide? I have not. People have captured these LinkedIn guides because of their experiences. They put together information, and the guides are still incomplete because the platform is consistently evolving. So LinkedIn wants you to be out there and experiment with the platform. And I help people experiment with their LinkedIn profiles, whether they're coaches or business owners or people who are looking for jobs or even influencers.
So that is a wrap for us. Scott, do you have anything you want to add?
No, but again, I love your shirt, and I think you would love some Pottery Barn stuff. I should be getting paid for this.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we're endorsing.
No, I just want to say thank you, Hammad, for being a great sport. You were awesome.